Hi there, I'm Abby with RexCheck.com. Today we're here with Derek and he's going to tell us about this beautiful $2.9 million apartment in the neighborhood of Chelsea.
When you're on the exterior of the building, you'll notice one of the main draws of the building is there are large terraces kind of on different floors. So they call this the Hanging Gardens of Chelsea because most of the terraces actually have a lot of great foliage. People are using them as gardens. They have trees out there. You know, the second you step in, the first thing that strikes you is the amount of light that's coming in through these windows, right? One of the main features of the apartment is that, you know, it gets both a north and southern exposure. So no matter what time of day it is, you're going to get a lot of light coming into the apartment. So you walk in, you're going to see some very large, 8-inch red oak planks on the floor. And you'll immediately walk into this very large living space, right? That's divided into a living area, a kitchen area, and a dining area. You know, it's really tough to get outdoor space, especially private outdoor space in New York City. Everybody's always asking for a roof deck, rooftop terraces in New York City, but when you can get your own private space, especially when it's as big as these two terraces here, then it becomes really special. So one of the features of the apartment is, you have a terrace to the north and another one to the south. So no matter what time of day, you're going to get great light kind of through the entire apartment because there are oversized windows on each side. It's very, very difficult to find good outdoor space in New York, right? Everybody is kind of cramped together. You don't have kind of your personal space. One of the features of this apartment is two very large terraces. Basically, the one that's right behind us, it's like having an outdoor living room where, they have an entire setup, couches, chairs, and it's a place where you can just kind of go hang out by yourself, bring friends, hang out, throw a cocktail party. And then in the back, we have kind of a very small outdoor dining area. So if you want to have lunch outside, have dinner outside when it's really nice at night, you can do that here, right? And that's something that's very, very difficult to find in New York. People are crazy about roof decks, but they're even crazier about having private terraces to themselves. I mean, this is the largest apartment in the building by far, right? It's 1,800 square feet, duplex. But it also has the largest outdoor spaces in the building. In my mind, this is kind of the preeminent apartment in this entire building. They wanted this to be a completely green construction, right? They wanted to change the look of the neighborhood, and they also wanted to make sure that the interiors were designed to basically to maximize energy flow. I mean, the kitchen is definitely one of the bigger draws to this apartment. You have some of the biggest countertops that you're going to find in a New York apartment, right? So anybody who cooks for large parties, anybody who cooks for their family realizes that one of the things that they always want more of is counter space, right? So the counter island here has one of the biggest, two of the biggest slabs of granite that I've ever seen. On the interior, you'll see that, they have some of the widest, planks of red maple wood that I've ever seen. They went very high end with all the finishes, the kitchens, they paid specific attention to the kitchens where they expected people to come in, where if they didn't already cook a lot, they'd be prompted to do so. Everything's top of the line. You have very large countertops in this building. When you're a cook, if you're cooking for a very large group, one of the biggest complaints that I hear is the lack of counter space, right? You can basically prepare, you can cut here, you can, wash on one side. I mean, you've got basically everything that you need to prepare an entire feast, for either a family, a dinner party, or just, one special person. It's actually quite large. It's, on the front end, you have about 400 square feet and then another 100 square foot terrace in the back. Once we get out there, you'll see it's basically an entire living room outdoors. Plenty of room for lounging, entertaining a bunch of your friends. Just a nice place to relax and maybe drink a lemonade and read a book. The other units in the building aren't quite as big. This is actually the largest unit in the building, an 1,800 square foot duplex. You'll get, various sizes of places in the building, but this is kind of the marquee apartment inside this building. So as you move to the left, you're gonna run into a very large chef's kitchen, right? It's gonna feature all of the highest end appliances. You're gonna get your Sub-Zero fridge, your Bosch range, your Asco dishwashers, and a wine cooler. With a lot of counter space. And as you meander into the second restroom, where are we here? And as you go up the stairs, you'll find yourselves with a beautiful kind of with a beautiful custom staircase that's really going to add a lot of character to the room. You go up the stairs and the stairs go directly into kind of the second bedroom area, and then a space that's being used as a bedroom now, but it's really kind of a small home office or a den. As you walk into the master bathroom, the first thing that you'll do is you'll look and you'll see this very large walk-in closet, right? That's been completely outfitted like all the other closets with California closets. And, as you go into the master bath, you'll find an oversized, ensuite master bath with, double vanity sinks, a huge, very deep soaking tub, and a glass enclosed shower, right? There are self-closing drawers throughout the bathroom and a very large capacity vanity. And there's polished, you'll notice polished granite tile throughout the bathroom. To the north and the south of the apartment, you have these two oversized terraces, which are very hard to come by in New York, right? Just step out and basically you have another living room outside. You put all this outdoor furniture in there, there's a couch, there are seats, and it's a great place to go and just kind of relax or, entertain friends. Even, we've had people throw cocktail parties in spaces like this. It's great for entertaining, either on a nice, weekend afternoon or on a summer's evening.
Beautiful.
When it's nice and a little bit cool. So the kitchen is actually a big part of this apartment, right? Anybody who really loves to cook is going to love this kitchen, right? One of the biggest complaints that I hear is everybody would love to have more countertop space, and that's one thing that this place really has, so you're never going to run out of room. It also has appliances that any chef would love, right? You have a very nice four stove Bosch range and stove. You're going to have ASCO dishwashers, Sub-Zero fridge, basically top of the line appliances for somebody who really, really cares about their cooking, and they want to have, high level kitchen. So 22nd Street between 6th and 7th just happens to be one of the cleanest blocks in this neighborhood, right? You'll find that it's like very, very quiet. There's not a whole lot of traffic, and just sitting in here right now during a very busy time of day, you really can't hear anything on the outside, right? As you expand, you get into kind of, from the west, you get, the West Chelsea Art District. So if you're into art, you're into the galleries, that's where kind of the bulk of the activity, especially on Thursday night openings, are. Just to the east, you have Madison Square Park. If you have a dog, not only does the dog have a lot of space to run around inside and on the terraces, but you've got a couple of parks at your disposal just a few blocks away. We've got two of the best grocery stores in all of New York, and Whole Foods and Trader Joe's within 2 blocks. At this point, this is one of the most popular neighborhoods in the city, right? We're always asked about Chelsea, and it's such a diverse group of people that want to live here. Basically, people from all ages and walks of life. It's very, very central, and there's something for everybody here, right? So to the west, you have a huge booming art district. So you have gallery shows basically every single day of the week. All the openings are on Thursday. You have, for the foodies in New York, you have, great restaurants all over the place, right? So you have Italy just to the east. You have Madison Square Park with the famous Shake Shack. Basically, this is around the neighborhood where Danny Meyer opened all of his original restaurants. And if you want the excitement, you just walk out the door and walk up, a block to either side, and you can get it. It's just very central, right? There's a lot of life. There's a lot of art here, right? Basically, Chelsea is one of the most convenient neighborhoods in all of Manhattan, right? You have every single major subway line, basically block after block, from the A trains all the way east to the 4 and the 5. So basically, from here, you can get anywhere in the city very easily. Just a little bit to the east is Madison Square Park, right? Place where they have a very nice dog walk. You can run around, sit, sunbathe, sit in the park. And just to the west is the famous Highline Park, right? You go up and you basically have an elevated park in the middle of New York City, right? Very nice greens, you can see the river, and it's just, a very nice place to be. These are oversized but double paned, they're pane windows, so they're going to be very noise filtering. But really, this is a very quiet neighborhood, even though it's right in the middle of Chelsea. It's on, one of the quieter blocks, 22nd Street. If you were sitting outside on the terrace right now, even then you wouldn't be hearing that much noise. So it's kind of nice and peaceful. As far as financials go, the carrying cost per square foot in this building are on the very low side. Right now we're looking at a 42008 tax abatement, where the common charges started at just over $200 in the first year, and right now we're hovering around $400. And then the common charges are also very low at whatever that number is that I don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, let's get that number for you.
Let's get that number. Where's the teleprompter?
You gonna go ahead?
Well,
Let me go.